PLDC assignment, midterm presentation. Artificial intelligence, the concept selected, and colonization. The problem selected to analyze, the traveling salesperson problem. Lecturer in charge, Mr. Lakmal Rubasinghe. Group members. We will discuss what is artificial intelligence, concepts covered in AI, applications and usages of AI in IT, then the selected concepts and colonization, applications of ants colonization, finally an introduction to the selected problem, traveling salesperson problem. How will one recognize AI? Probably everybody has heard of artificial intelligence, but relatively few people have a really good idea of what the term really means. For most people, AI is associated with artifacts or robotics like the robot child David in the movie Artificial Intelligence 2001. But AI is just not robotics. It's only one aspect of AI. Such images are the product of Hollywood rather than the kind of thing which actually happens in the research labs of the world today. Our purpose here is to introduce one of the basic ideas behind AI, Ant-Colonization, and to analyze how the traveling sales problem can be solved using ant algorithms. Then, what is artificial intelligence? Intelligence is the ability to think, to imagine, to create, memorize, understand, recognize patterns, make choices, adapt to change, and learn from experience. Artificial intelligence is a human endeavor to create an non-organic machine-based entity that has all the above abilities of natural organic intelligence. Hence, it is called as artificial intelligence. It is a set of software tools that enables computers to think like humans to solve problems. These tools include neural networks, brain-like feedback systems that enables computers to learn and refine knowledge gained from experience, an expert system which can solve real-world problems using human knowledge and following human reasoning skills. A brief history of AI. 5th century BC. Aristotle invents syllogistic logic, the first formal deductive reasoning system. 16th century AD. Rabelais supposedly invents the golem, an artificial man made out of clay. 17th century. Descartes proposed animals are machines and founds a scientific paradigm that will dominate for 250 years. Pascal creates the first mechanical calculator in 1642. 18th century. Wolfgang von Kempelen invents fake chess-playing machine, the Turk. 19th century. George Boole creates a binary algebra to represent laws of thought. Charles Babbage and Lady Lovelace develop sophisticated programmable mechanical computers, precursor to modern electronic computers. 20th century. Karel Capek writes Rosmew's Universal Robots, coining the English word robot. Warren McCloch and Walter Pitts lay partial groundwork for neural networks. Turing writes Computing Mechanicry and Intelligence, proposal of Turing test. 1956. John McCarthy coins phrase artificial intelligence. 1952 to 62. Arthur Samuel writes the first AI game program to challenge a world champion, in part due to learning. 1950s to 60s. Master Man at Cambridge creates semantic nets that do machine translation. 1961. James Wright's first symbolic integrator, SLIIT, to solve calculus problem. 1963, Thomas Evans Wright analogy, which solves analogy problems like the ones on IQ tests. 1965, J. A. Robinson invents resolution method using formal logic as its representational language. In 1965, Joseph creates Elisa, one of the earliest chatterbots. In 1967, Feinbaum created Dendrel, the first useful knowledge-based agent that interpreted mass spectrographs. In 1969, Shaky, the robot combines movement, perception, and problem solving. In 1971, Terry demonstrated a program that can understand English commands in the world of blocks. In 1972, Elian Kolmura writes Prolog. In 1974, Ted Shortleaf created MySeed, the first expert system which showed the effectiveness of rule-based knowledge representation for medical diagnosis. In 1978, Herb Simon wins Nobel Prize for theory of bounded rationality. In 1983, James Allen creates interval calculus as a formal representation for events in time. In 1980s, backpropagation rediscovered and sees wide use in neural networks. In 1985, Alvin, an autonomous land vehicle in a neural network, navigates across the country. Early 1990s, Jerry T.D. Gammon, a learning backgammon agent that vies with championship players. In 1997, Deep Blue defeats Garry Kasparov. Advantages of artificial intelligence. Machines can be used to take on complex, stressful work that would be otherwise performed by humans. Machines can complete the task faster than a human assigned to do the same task. Use of robotics to discover unexplored landscape, outer space, and also be useful in our home activities. Less danger, injury, and stress to humans as the work is done by artificially intelligent machines. Aiding of mental, visually and hearing impaired individuals. Use for games to create an atmosphere where you don't feel like you are playing against just a machine. Understanding complex software can be made too easy to understand types with the aid of artificial intelligence. Less errors and defects. Minimize time and resources. Time and resources are not wasted but effectively used to achieve the end goal. Their function is infinite. Disadvantages of artificial intelligence. Lacks the human touch. Human qualities are sometimes ignored. The ability to replace a human job. This gives rise to human feeling insecure and may have the fear of losing their job. Human capabilities can be replaced using a machine and therefore can foster feelings of inferiority among workers and staff. Artificial intelligence can malfunction and do the opposite of what they are programmed to do, may corrupt the younger generation. There is no filtering of information. This type of technology can be misused to cause mass-scale destruction. Specialized languages. IPL, Information Processing Language. Combined elements of IPL with the lambda calculus produces the programming language LISP. LISP, programming language that was designed for easy manipulation of data strings. Prolog, a general-purpose language often associated with artificial intelligence and computational linguistics.
Many other hard problems.